The ability to record situations on camera has become essential in the current digital era. Images and videos have the ability to take us back to treasured moments, from beautiful scenery to endearing exchanges. But occasionally, there are things that happen that are unexplainable and just amaze us. These incredible moments captured on camera have the power to pique our curiosity and cast doubt on our understanding of the world. Number 1. The incredible moment faced by a group of tree cutters. An amazing story about a bunch of tree cutters in Alabama began as routine tree-cutting work and it swiftly became a viral social media film. According to their ideas, the tree started dying from the inside due to a hollow above, which filled the trunk with water and produced this remarkable phenomenon. They thought that when the tree's water-filled chambers were cut, it was like opening a dam and letting water stream out of the tree's trunk. This could mean that the water in the tree is turning brown or yellow, which could mean that the wood is wet and polluted with bacteria. The amount of water in the tree is a touch exaggerated. Too much. Number 2, a unique occurrence. Locals get together annually on Wisconsin's Lake Chippewa to start an incredibly unusual mission. With the wind in their favor, they use boats to push a bridge that joins the east and west sides of the flowage and a floating island out from the land. This island is not an ordinary piece of land. In reality, it's a wetland with a spongy peat foundation. This wetland, though, is not like any other. Their goal is to restore the marsh to its natural location. A little island is pushed away by a large number of canoes, making for an amazing view. Take a look at how these vessels work to move the bog away from the bridge. Number 3, strong storm. Even though this storm's greatest wind speed was only 96 miles per hour, it did a great deal of damage. On an Irish ferry, travelers made an effort to record the storm's progression. The ship tossed and tumbled, like a ragged toy in the face of towering seas and furious winds, sending some passengers falling and sliding across the deck. A smaller ship is always more prone to the effects of a storm. Fortunately, nobody had been injured when this ferry endured the storm and made it back to the port. Number 4. Typhoon. On November 11, 2020, a strong typhoon hit Camarines Norte, a province of Luzon, the largest island in the Philippines. That year's 10th typhoon was this one. It was a Category 2 typhoon that had residents of Camarines Norte running for cover as gusts as high as 80 miles per hour whipped through the area. As the storm destroyed electrical wires outside houses, one family made the decision to record the event. After the typhoon, numerous families were with no electricity for a number of days. Number 5. Massive bubble of methane gas. Situated on the Kenai Peninsula, Alaska is the little city of Soldotna. There are roughly 4,300 residents there, along with 2 pyromaniacs who attempted to set a frozen lake on fire. On February 10, 2015, our pyrotechnics observed an unusual sight. Beneath the ice was a massive bubble of methane gas. They made the decision to record a viral video and seized a pickaxe and a lighter. They deserve credit for capturing some really amazing footage. They were curious to know if the ice fire would appear even more amazing at night. Wow! NASA scientists refer to these lakes as thermokarsts. As temperatures rise and more permafrost in, Alaska thaws they form. Ground that is meant to remain frozen all year round is known as permafrost. Massive pieces of ice buried several feet below the surface melt as well when it begins to melt bacteria and water into the sinkholes that are left behind. They release combustible methane, gases during their breakdown. As the lakes thaw, you can see the gas bubbles rising. The gas gathers close to the surface as it freezes. Number 6. Mud volcano. At the Taban Wildlife Reserve in Sabah, Malaysia, something happened. On September 18, 2022, a group of tour guides and tourists were heading to a volcano to go birdwatching when they heard a massive explosion and bubbles started to emerge from the ground as they were watching from the Observation tower. In general, mud volcanoes are safe, according to the USGS. Mud volcanoes usually have a temperature that is slightly warmer than the ground around them. There was really no threat to anyone. Amazement awaits us at every corner. Number 7. The Hailstones rain. There would be nothing but hail falling from the sky on March 16, 2023, in Guiyang, China. One man in the area claimed that the storm appeared out of nowhere. When the hailstones hit, some diners who were outside could not finish their meals. When the hail started hitting his cars, a different man was driving home. He dropped so fast that he had to get himself out with a shovel. The hailstones, according to him, were the size of ping pong balls. I guess these ping pong balls were dangerous. Number 8. Fastest winds in China. The Chinese city of Jinan is a prefecture. One such storm hit the town on June 30th, 2021. In several places, the gusts of wind reached 89 miles per hour, shattering a local record for the fastest winds ever measured. Views from throughout the city put the speed of that into perspective. Despite how terrible it appears, no serious injuries were recorded on the ground. Number 9. A tornado in Florida. On the Florida Panhandle, there is a beachside resort town called Panama City Beach. On April 10, 2021, a group of beachgoers received more than they had anticipated. A tornado warning was received by a woman and her family as they were seated in their rented condo. In reality, that tornado was a massive water spout that was developing deep below the Gulf of Mexico. The 400-500 water spouts that Floridians witness annually are not out of the normal. At times, you may be fortunate enough to spot a cluster forming offshore. Water spouts can still be deadly even, though they are not as strong as tornadoes. Number 10. Saving from drowning. Explore Mendoza's Aconcagua Provincial Park, which lies hidden away in the Andes Mountains. Adventurers and thrill-seekers of all shapes and sizes flock to this location, prepared to hike, snowboard, and mountain bike across the breathtaking mountains. When their guide heard something. In the far distance on January 24, 2016, a group of long-distance hikers was crossing a brook that flowed regularly. A man instantly gave the order for everyone to flee and be on high alert after. Realizing what that sound signified, it serves as a sobering reminder that safety should always come first when partaking in heart-pounding alpine activities. What do you think about these situations? What made you the most excited?